turn it, you can hear like a rub. Yeah, so we don't know.
You're watching Two Bears Outdoors.
Two Bears Outdoors.
So we're gonna go pick up some stainless steel screws because of the bow. So we're gonna try and get something of the same head size because of the curvature, of the hull. Look at the hull. You see how far back it is, and it's curving down. Well, there's also an inner wall, right? That inner wall is right about here where the edge of these two screws are. So the hull, this is actually in between, these locations are in between both hull walls, right? So we can never get a hand and a nut in there. So we're gonna pick up some stainless steel screws big enough, and we're gonna tap these 4 spots. So we're gonna have the bolts and nuts in the back. We're gonna have 4 stainless screws for the front. Even with those 2 bolts, it wasn't budging.
Yep.
I was pretty impressed. So, yeah, well, these screws, the mounting screws here, each one, the threads were a little bit funny. Every time we put one in, it didn't want to go. We had to back off, go back off, go back. Right there, you can see the threads, the holders in here. Right, we had an issue with 2 of the screws kind of was going in funny, and then this one wouldn't come out. So, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try to tighten it. You can tighten it or shove it in, one or the other. If you try and tighten it, I'm going to squeeze. Go. Squeeze, go. Come on, baby. Nah. It did maybe 1 thread, that was about it.
It's just a metal threaded barrel that's pressed
inside the
into
plastic.
a plastic hole.
Right.
So,
okay. All right. Man, and it's so close. You know, 1 more thread and it would be out.
right.
Try and screw it down a little bit if you can. Right, I want to be able to get a nut on it. Anywhere in this area, right? Even if we went back to the next cell, like right here. Okay, it's wide open underneath. There's nothing in the way. That's what we got. There you go. So it won't fall. Okay, here we go. We're gonna open this up, like right here, or right here. You know what I'm saying? Where's the nut? Grab one of the nuts, please. Yeah. Right. If we put this in, like here, right, we drill up. So like here, and put it in right there and go for it. You know. Okay, so
So we're using the same hardware that came with the trolling motor.
just one of the extra bolts, the long ones I had. Yeah, put that. You'll know by the handle in. Bada boom. Sacrificial anode, is that what these
I
are?
imagine that is.
Right.
It's already attached to the prop.
Install the drive pin into the shaft hole. Well, it looks like this is it, right? No? Let's see. Move that level. Alright, pin goes in.
In here. It is.
Exactly. In here, I'd imagine, right? First shot. Alright. First shot. And then hard rubber washer. I imagine this way, right? Well, that has play. Is it supposed to? Let's see. Huh, and it doesn't fit in there either. Why does it say propeller wrench?
I guess if maybe you have this with you on the water, if your prop needs to be changed, break it. So
Okay, let's see. Sacrificial anode. I would imagine this way.
yep.
Around the rubber.
So you actually used the bushing that came from with the bolt, right?
Yeah, because understand, this isn't it for two reasons. First, as packaging part. Second off, the shaft is too large. It'll have play. This circumference is exactly the right size for the shaft with no play. Okay, washer. And then a nut.
That's your prop wrench.
Okay.
And it actually came with a motor.
Yeah.
This came with it. God, I feel like I'm gonna break this plastic handle.
Use a propeller wrench applied or a 10mm wrench turns through.
Well, that don't sound right. I don't know, but when you turn it, you can hear like a rub. Yeah, so we don't know. Let's take a look. Just assumed it should kiss that for more depth, right? Then it shows a washer, correct? And it shows this. All right, go ahead. Just snug it. Let's see. No sound. All right.
All right, so what happened?
Well, tightened it too much. Right, and if you, right, there's a way to, you see they give you a slot in here too, right? See the slot? So you can hold this if you got to, if it's just spinning the whole motor and you want to go a little tighter, right? Then you put the, right, this goes through like such. You line it up so you can see it. There. Go ahead, Jeff, give it another little turn. While I hold this, go. You're good, you're tight,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's good and tight. All right, now let's see if it doesn't make the noise again. Okay. Let's hook up the foot pedal again. Okay, move something on. There we go. I don't hear anything now. What's the speeds? Rabbit?
Rabbit is faster.
There you go. She's rock and roll. That's high speed. Look at the display. The increments. See the hash marks? Now when you slow down, it's going to subtract the hash marks.
Turtle.
Oh, turtle. That's slowing it down. How many speeds, Gus? 10?
It's supposed to be 10.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10, boys. All right. I'm afraid to turn it with the chain and everything, man. I hate to say. Yeah,
Shut
hurry.
it off.
Yeah, let's turn it off. Let's turn the prop off. Okay, prop's off. Now let's see if it'll turn left or right on its own. Yeah, there you go. All right, pedal. Step on the left pedal. Port. Starboard. Don't say left and right. Yep. Well, Jeff, the only thing left to test is the remote. That's, okay. Now, did you charge it? Maybe not. Let's get a USB so you can charge it. Right, I think your boat stereo might have a USB joint, right? You might be able to charge it through that in case it goes dead. Lanyard. All right, okay. Let's see if it gets anything. Let's just hit the fan. Makes you go this way, right?
Yeah.
This is the prop. Yep, there it goes. Prop on and off. It's got the same thing.
We didn't have to calibrate it either, huh?
No.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I know. But if you look at this, it matches. Turtle, turtle. Rabbit, rabbit. Left, right, left, right. This is...
It just has a spinning footrest. That's just for your foot to sit on.
Have you
That's
put your
so you
heel-
can rotate,
Yeah.
because your arch would cramp out if you just had the tippy toe, unless you're a heavy metal drummer for a band. But, all right, let's turn it off. Let's check out the distance. Here, let's see. Tell me if it comes on.
It's on.
Okay, now let's get even goofier. What about now? On. Yeah, we're damn near 30 feet away.
Supposed to be actually supposed to do about 100.
If you fall in,
Yeah.
turn around, bud. Right? You'd be good.
There you go. It works.
I hear it.
Yep. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's reaching pretty good. Wow. It's about 30 yards. Maybe 30, 40 yards right there.
Give it a full charge, right? I'm sure, right, you want to give it overnight.
Yeah.
Right, batteries have memory, rechargeable batteries, so the first thing you want to do before you use it too much is give it overnight till it fully charges. That way you're setting the rate for that battery cell, right? So it's easy. We only had two issues. One was where the way this mounts into the base, this plastic base. We had to use their screws, but the base itself has like a threaded barrel that's, you know, molded inside the plastic. So once we put one in, we tightened it all the way, it started to spin inside. That's the only thing I don't like. So what we did was very simple solution, popped it open. There's the guy that was spinning, gave us an idea. We just drilled, tapped, put our own. They had the extra hardware. They give you sets of screws for 2 different sizes. We were able to use the other bolt, cut it down, no big deal. Then the other issue was the way this hangs off, right? Due to the fact that this much of the plate hangs off, the original hardware, we were only able to use 2 of their bolts, okay? Because of the amount of play we have between the deck here and then the inside hull wall. So we used 2 of their bolts, aircraft washers, no problem. Went to the hardware store, $5 worth of stainless steel screws, nice big pan heads, same size as the bolts we put in, sank 4 in. Not going anywhere. You'll be good to go.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
No. Just get yourself a nice padlock there. Keep that baby locked in. Oh, obviously, right, I'm an electrician for going on almost 30 years now. Right, it feels good, the insulation's proper. It's not just cheap SO cord, right? It's got the UV rated jacket on the outside. And it feels thick, so I wouldn't doubt that you got 8 gauge going through the whole thing, which is what you need. A lot of them, controllers, I'll see they'll step down the size from the motor to here from the controller. That doesn't seem to be the case on this one. This one looks like it's the same size all the way through. Obviously, right, the lights are good. Red means low, right? Red warning. They use the right colors. Blue, easiest color to see at night, right? So you can check out your charge easiest. Looks like they did it right to me. Other than that, I like the way it locks in. I like the feet. The little, you know, like your skateboard wheels, right? Polyurethane, so it won't deteriorate in the sun. The strap.
I've been hearing a lot of reviews about the motor disengaging.
Here we go. All right, put it back. Let's see. Let's check the consistency of the. Right. We're going to come in. This guy's going to grab, locks into place. So I guess if this were to vibrate out, right, this also locks this into this position. Not only does it lock it up 90 degrees, it locks it 180. So your locks for here are actually this, right? Are plastic. Well, let's see. A little wobbly. but
But it keeps it in place when you're underway, when you're bouncing around, you're
Right.
not putting any stress on the motor shaft.
right. Plus, it's not hitting the plastic. Like I said, there's 2 polyurethane wheels on each side, so this barrel of the motor is contacting the wheels before it's contacting any plastic. Now this, you know, look, you can bet it's a little bit flexible, so I'd say maybe, yeah, it's a little bit on the thin side, right? It'd be nice if that didn't have so much play, but
The kit that I bought came with a strap.
all right. Looks like it's just like this. All right. All right, because you don't want the pedal to bounce, right? You keep it up in the lock position. That way this won't come out of position. So they're killing with 2 birds with 1 stone. You're pulling the pedal towards the motor to keep the lock engaged, and you're also pulling the motor down to keep it from, you know, from bouncing around. That's pretty simple.